Hello, John. I have nothing against you personally, but I just think I'm better than you. I just know that I can beat you in a fight. So I'm coming for it.
But he's just an asshole. I'm like, bro, if you had a little bit more respect, at the end of the day, this is a business. Fighting me gives him an opportunity, change his life forever. And I don't even want to give him the opportunity.
Two of the most dangerous heavyweights in the world. One is an undefeated legend who's dominated for over a decade. The other, a rising star who's taking the division by storm. Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. A dream matchup that could define a generation.
You say that Jon and Tom has the potential to be the biggest heavyweight fight of all time.
It doesn't have the potential to. It's going to be. It's going to be the biggest heavyweight fight ever. It'll probably be the biggest fight we've ever done.
But who actually wins? Today, we're breaking down the stats, skills, and scenarios to determine who might emerge victorious. Stay tuned, because I think the answer will surprise you. Let's start with the two fighters in question. First, Jon Bones Jones, the man who's been called the greatest of all time. A fighter who has dominated the sport across multiple eras, winning championships and setting records that may never be broken. From his reign at light heavyweight to his seamless transition to heavyweight, Jon Jones is the epitome of greatness. But standing across from him is Tom Aspinall, the fastest rising star in the heavyweight division. At 6'5", he moves like a middleweight, with sharp boxing, explosive power, and a ground game that's as dangerous as it is efficient. A true modern heavyweight, Aspinall represents the evolution of the sport. This is a battle of two very different eras, a legend defending his legacy against a star looking to build his own. So how does the veteran match up against the hungry challenger? Let's dive into it. Jon Jones' strength lies in his versatility. Whether it's striking, wrestling, or clinch work, he's a master of it all. His ability to switch between offense and defense seamlessly keeps his opponents guessing. And let's not forget his fight IQ. It's not just what he does, it's how and when he does it. His ground game is on another level. Against Cyril Gane, he reminded the world why he's so dangerous on the mat. One mistake and you're done. Jones doesn't need to overpower you, he outsmarts you. Tom Aspinall, on the other hand, thrives on explosiveness. He doesn't give his opponents time to settle into the fight. His striking is crisp, his footwork is light, and his ability to mix in takedowns makes him a complete fighter. And his grappling? Don't sleep on that. Aspinall's submission game isn't just about locking up a choke, it's about how quickly he transitions to it. He's a heavyweight who fights like a lightweight in those scrambles. But even the greatest have their weaknesses. For Jon Jones, it's often been about his ability to handle fighters who can match his pace and pressure. Gustafsson and Dominic Reyes showed that if you can cut off his angles and make him fight going backwards, you can give him a lot of trouble. Then there's the question of his age. At 36, Jon Jones is no longer in his physical prime. While his skills haven't diminished, the wear and tear of a 15-year career can't be ignored. For Aspinall, the biggest question mark is experience. He's looked phenomenal, but how does he react when the fight doesn't go his way? Against Jon Jones, you're not just fighting a man, you're fighting the moment, the pressure, and the bright lights. And then there's his durability. Aspinall suffered a devastating knee injury not too long ago. While his recovery has been remarkable, is his body really ready for a grueling fight at the highest level? Let's break down the numbers. Jon Jones has a staggering 84.5-inch reach, the longest in UFC history. Tom Aspinall, while not far behind at 78 inches, will have to find ways to close that distance. Aspinall's advantage, however, is speed. His ability to enter and exit range quickly could neutralize Jones' reach advantage. If the fight stays standing, it becomes a battle of technique versus speed. Jones' unorthodox striking versus Aspinall's clean combinations. But what happens if it goes to the ground? Jones has proven he can dominate even the best grapplers, but Aspinall's submission skills and size could give him an edge in certain scrambles. This fight could shift dramatically depending on where it takes place. Then, there are the X factors. Jon Jones' experience is unmatched. He's been in championship fights, title defenses, and super fights. Aspinall's never faced someone at this level. But for Aspinall, the X factor is unpredictability. He's evolving fight by fight, and we may not have ever seen his full potential yet. That element of the unknown could be his biggest weapon. Try to imagine this. The fight starts, and Aspinall immediately pressures Jones, using his speed to land heavy shots early. Jones, however, weathers the storm and takes the fight to the clinch, slowing Aspinall down and taking control. Or what if Jones comes out aggressively, using his reach and unorthodox strikes to frustrate Aspinall? Does Aspinall have the patience to adjust mid-fight? And what happens in the later rounds? If this fight goes into deep waters, Jones' experience in 5-round wars could become the deciding factor. But if Aspinall can keep the pace and pressure, he might make history. So, who comes out on top? Jon Jones, the seasoned GOAT, or Tom Aspinall, the unstoppable new force? The answer isn't simple, but after analysing everything and breaking it down, one fighter seems to have a slight edge, to me at least. If I had to pick, I'm leaning towards Tom Aspinall. His speed, power, and athleticism could give Jon Jones problems, especially early on. But make no mistake, Jon Jones has made a career out of proving people wrong. Whether it's in the clinch, on the ground, or in the later rounds, he's always dangerous. At the end of the day, this is a fight where anything could happen, and honestly, that's what makes it so exciting. Let me know in the comments, who do you think's winning this fight? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content.